everyone. This is Hannah Fletcher with MUSE TV, and I am speaking with Madison Elise Rodgers. I'm so excited to be speaking with you.
I'm
Oh
so
my God.
happy to be here.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's kind of start there. How are you feeling? Also, it's like Oscars weekend, everything. How's life for you right now
Oh,
currently?
it's good. It's good. I woke up not too long ago. I slept in today, so it's very very exciting. But yeah, I'm excited to see the Oscars on Sunday.
Gonna be fun. I know I'm excited too. I think it's such a fun time of year. Award season is so interesting, especially like being in LA too. I feel like it's just like
Right.
wild.
Yeah, it's like it's all around you. It's everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, oh my gosh. I want to say congratulations on all of your success. I'm so excited for you. I'm a sucker for an origin story, so I would love to just kick it off by getting to know a little bit more about you and your journey. I know that you're not foreign when it comes to obviously the acting space, but I love the idea of the actor's journey. So what is yours?
Yeah, well, I grew up in a very, very small town in Tennessee called LaGrange, Tennessee. And I went to a Montessori school for I think until I was about 6 years old. Then I was homeschooled, and then my mom put me into um, acting classes to kind of get me out of my shyness. And yeah, and then I just fell in love with.
I think my internet connection is
Oh
unstable. I'm
no,
sorry.
I was like,
And I was like,
should I
wait.
keep going? I felt like you were frozen, but
Yeah, no, I was like, I can't tell whose end it's on.
yeah.
Just go back and
Okay,
just repeat your answer. It's
perfect.
we love it.
Here
Okay,
I go. Okay.
thank you.
Okay, I'm from a very small town called LaGrange, Tennessee. I went to a Montessori school until I was about 6 years old. And then I was homeschooled, and my mom put me in acting classes to help me with my shyness. And it helped a little bit. I still would consider myself shy, but I just fell in love with it. I knew it would be a part of my life. I felt very at home when I was in my classes, and I just kept it going, and here I am.
I love that. So do you feel like acting was always something that you were like, obviously being a shy kid is one thing, and then to be able to really find the outlet of the arts, I think is such a beautiful thing. Do you
Right.
feel like acting was always like it for you? Like, did you ever see yourself ever wanting to dive into anything else, or were you like, no, this is it, and it's in some way, shape, or form going to be acting or
Uh,
the arts?
well, I think, when I was younger, I knew that it would be a part of my life. I didn't necessarily think about it as a career. I also wasn't from a place where that was a normal thing. Like no one
Right.
was an actor. I mean, so yeah, I don't think I considered it a career until like maybe later in high school when I was like I kind of want to move to Los Angeles and try to pursue it. So, yeah.
I love that. And here you are. Now let's talk about 1923, which is huge. I'm a fan. I love it. Also, I love like I just love the idea of like I've been to a couple of media events where they have us like go into like these immersive experiences, and I've been in like the 1923 booth like multiple times. Very fun.
Oh,
Um
really?
yeah, at the Paramount Lodge. I know I went last year a couple of times. I think I saw them at like Comic-Con, and I was in Vegas at the beginning of the year around this time last year. It was so
Oh
fun to go. Um,
gosh.
yeah, so it's fun to like
Yeah, I
get
would love to
submerged
see it.
into the world.
Yeah,
You deserve to go.
I
You out of
should go.
anybody.
I do need to go.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So I want to take it back to the beginning of your journey with 1923 because obviously you're in season two, and then obviously season two is starting to roll out, and you have even more time in season two, and we'll get to that here in a moment. But what was the initial round of being in season one like for you, knowing that you were able to be in a few episodes in season one? What was that moment like for you being cast?
I mean, it was surreal, truly. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember auditioning for it thinking I'm not gonna get this. And then learning who the cast was and what, because I had never seen Yellowstone before this.
Hmm.
So it was crazy. And then being on set and it really feeling like you've stepped into the 1920s. I mean, it was so cool.
Yeah. That's crazy. Now, what is it like? Also, I have to just ask out of my own personal curiosity. I feel like if I had the opportunity to be a part of a type of a show, I would always love like a time period piece. Like I would love
Yeah.
something like the 20s or even like a Bridgerton, like something that's not
Right.
modern day. What
Yeah.
is it like being able to work on a time period piece and even like just I'm sure like even in how you're dressed and everything that's going to implement the way that your breathing is and everything
Right.
like that.
I mean, I've always been interested in like past times. Like I've always found that very interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's very different. It feels like, your surrounding and your clothing and your hair and your makeup, it kind of informs your character a little bit more than I think maybe, something else would. It definitely helps, kind of, you know, helps you step into that character. And yeah, I mean, I loved it. I had so much I would love to do period pieces for the rest of my life.
Fun. I love that. I think the fashion and just everything is just so beautiful. I personally love watching time period pieces a lot. I think it's just very fun because it's like we have the access to the modern day, you know. I like the idea of being able to have that experience. It's fun.
Right.
It's fun to
It
watch.
is it is so cool.
Now you have season two, which can, first of all, congratulations. That's
So much.
massive to like be coming back, but then to have even more time on screen. And for those who don't know, like when you get asked for a season two for anything, like that's just huge, much less like to be brought in more and more. I think it's amazing. What was your experience like? What was your reaction like finding out about season two? I'm curious to know.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I really was not expecting it at all. But I mean, I really wanted to, continue her story because I felt such a connection to her and I wanted to, keep it going. But no, it was like so exciting. I can't even put into words how exciting it was to find out I was coming back.
Hmm.
Um it was, I mean, working on the season was like the best time of my life and I'm always going to remember it. Yeah, it's surreal and incredible.
Love that. What is it that you can tease, obviously without giving anything away? And I know that we've started the rollout of this season, but obviously it's not all out to the public yet. What can you tease thematically speaking for this season that fans can look forward to seeing?
Hmm. A little bit of everything. I know that's not like the best
That's
answer,
okay.
but yeah, it's I mean, it's going to be like a very epic season. I will say that without giving anything away. It's like it's incredible. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever read. Um I'm excited for everyone to see it.
That's so exciting. I'm excited for you. Obviously, and I'm a big proponent too. Like I never want anybody to ever spoil anything or anything like that. Because also like especially the diehard fans, they want to watch, they want to see everything play out. I'm curious to ask you, especially with such powerhouses in this, I mean, series, what a series to really like be a part of and to like come into. I mean, you've got Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren and so many more. But is there any particular piece of advice or any conversation or any moments that are like stand out to you that are like, yes, I'm taking this and I'm carrying this forward in my acting journey and my acting career while that goes on?
Yeah, Timothy Dalton he told me to always bring whatever mood I'm in that day to my character. Like don't, force a different feeling. He was like the characters have days where they're irritated. They wake up irritated or, sad a little or, always bring whatever mood you're in to your character. And that is something I think about always now.
That's interesting. I've not heard that before. I like that though because I think that that really I don't know, just thinking from like a like kind of a nerdy standpoint there a little bit. It's like and I guess that would almost make the characters though even more human because it's like even
Right,
today I woke
exactly.
up, I Googled, I was like, why do I feel sad.
Yeah,
Like it's a
exactly.
Friday and the sun's out. Like I'm
Exactly.
fine, you know?
Right. Yeah, he was like never repress those feelings, let it live and let it live in the character. So it is something I have never heard, and I also really appreciate him telling me. So it's very interesting.
I love that so much. If you could go back in time and let your younger self, this is something that I've personally been thinking a lot about. I'm always thinking I'm like there's a younger version of me that wishes that my life looked like versions of how it does now. And that's something especially this 2025 I've really been thinking a lot about. If you could think of a younger version of yourself and this could be like just before booking 1923, or this could be even like maybe 10-year-old you or whatever. Is there something that you would like go back in time and like to be able to tell yourself or tease to yourself to be like,
Yeah.
hey, hang in there, like this is what ends up happening?
Yeah.
Or would you say nothing at all? Sometimes people say, no, I'd let it ride. I don't know. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a spin on that answer.
Right. I mean, I think I would give myself a little hint because there were times I
Yeah.
was worried, what am I going to do with my life? Who am I going to be? Um, so I think I would say, calm down, everything's going to be fine, everything's going to work out
Mhm.
without spoiling it for myself, of course. But yeah, I would say that. I do think about that all the time too. I'm always thinking about little me and and what she wanted to do, and I would be like, you would think you're so cool.
Be really proud. No, I think we think that I feel like a lot of people are going through that phase too. Whenever I talk to my friends on the phone, we're just like, yeah, if I could go back and like just like hang in there, it'd be so helpful sometimes. But I appreciate that. I think that that's a really good that's a good answer. I like the way that you answered that for certain. Oh no, I think we're frozen again. Let me see. I think it's my end. Well, it's still
Oh,
recording. All right.
yay.
I don't know what's going on. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Thanks for staying on. That's helpful. We'll be able to fix my editor will be fine. Um, okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry. I love Zoom. I love technology, don't you, Madison? Isn't it great?
I love it too.
Well, we're basically wrapped up. So if there's anything that you would obviously like to plug in terms of social media, anything like that, obviously where people can stay up to date with everything that's going on with you. And obviously you have all of this season still coming out. You guys are rocking and rolling, but I would just love to give you the space and the place to be able to plug anywhere that you would love for people to follow you.
Perfect. I am on Instagram and my handle is Madison Elise Rodgers. All one thing.
That's perfect. We'll flash that up on the screen. Well, Madison, I just want to say thank you so much for speaking with us and thank you for giving your wisdom. And you have such a great energy. I'm really glad that I was able to speak with you and congratulations again with everything.
You so much. I appreciate it. I'm so glad to get to talk to you today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.